Greetings, loves. This is Annette of AnnetteLeonard.com, back with Chronic Wellness. So I was thinking about that expression, my cup runneth over. And I know that it usually is meant in terms of positive things, in terms of like abundance and a wellspring of goodness. And I was thinking about it not in terms of those things, but in terms of reaching new thresholds within myself, new breaking points, new horizons of hardship and overwhelm. About 10 days ago, my wife experienced a concussion. And, you know, concussions are terrible. And she is prone to concussions. And this is far and away the worst one that she's ever experienced. And the precursor of this is that 20 years ago, she suffered a traumatic brain injury. And so for her, concussions are of a particular magnitude, and they reignite symptoms of her TBI. And so she is resting 18 to 22 hours a day. Here at 10 days out, she is still vomiting, not able to keep down solid food with any kind of regularity, because she went to the hospital to have an MRI to make sure she wasn't hemorrhaging. She was like, well, now I have to quarantine from you. And I was like, well, if you think I'm going to let you sleep in the camper to maybe aspirate in your own vomit, that's not going to happen. And so we've been sleeping in separate rooms and masking anytime we're near each other. And I am trying to manage the dogs and the household and keeping up with dishes and meals for myself. And I'm reaching new thresholds. My own health is not great ever, but right now in particular. And so my cup runneth over. And I was thinking too about the Buddha saying, before enlightenment, carry water, chop wood. After enlightenment, carry water, chop wood. And just, I don't pretend that I am an enlightened being, but just that speaking to the fact that in the midst of the ordinary and the extraordinary, some amount of just the babies have to be fed and we have to get a bath remains. And so, you know, there I am, washing the knives when I have a little bit of energy, clearing out the dishwasher in stages if I don't have the full energy to do it. I have a network of people checking in on me, and for that I'm so grateful. And as I've talked about before on this channel, I have difficulty identifying what my needs are in the moment. And so as people say to me, how can I help? What can I do? What can I bring? I don't know how this plays out in the long term. And so beyond, I could use dinner tonight, or reaching out to somebody last night saying, I need somebody to go to the vet and pick up our dog's prescription dog food that weighs more than I can carry. I'm having a hard time knowing what to ask for, even as I know I need help. And so the daily habits, like making myself a cup of coffee in the morning, are becoming all the more important to just ground myself and take a few deep breaths and be outside if the smoke isn't too bad, or look outside if my headache isn't too bad, and just appreciate all that I have and all that I am, and try to just think about the next step so that I don't get too overwhelmed by all that is and all that is coming, and just stay grounded and rooted in this present moment, whether that's noticing what I'm smelling or what I'm feeling or what I'm thinking. And so for you, what are the carry water, chop wood kind of routines that ground you in the midst of overwhelm, in the midst of eclipsing pain? Share with us so we can benefit. I love you. Love to everyone out there suffering in pain, to anyone who's ever had a TBI or someone in their life with head injury. I have real compassion. Until we're together again, I hope that you are muddling through. Be well.